Just stopping for a bite at Taco Bell. I'm making a mess. Yes, do toothless people eat tacos? Well, yeah. With their fingers. I'm sure people are curious, so maybe I'll demonstrate. Nice, huh? Not bad. Hide the spoon right in. Hide some Boston spoon right in. No black one here, but plenty of environmental pollutants contributing to our toothless fact. I wanted to talk some about the kids. Oh, the birds are out. They know I'm almost finished with my taco, that's why. Very smart, these birds. I wanted to talk about Madeline. I'm always missing her. Every time. Trying to get some birds, maybe I'll get some bird feeding to do. The police killed the two with the worst teeth. You know, toothless taco eating videos don't exactly have a big fan base, do they? You usually get more hate mail and Russian couples trying to give birth without putting it up for adoption. You know, but, yeah, you know, they put down the two cats without teeth. One had her dental. Is it within? I think it was for other reasons, you know, than what the police are saying. They're saying the two things. The thinnest one in the house was the one that had given birth that was still lactating. She had never grown past 3 pounds in her whole life in the 6 years I knew her. We suspected she was a... Hey, there they are. There's my fan base. There you go, guys. Here you go. Here you go. Love seagulls. These guys are awesome. Awesome. Whatever you can get, guys. Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's like Alfred Hitchcock when they come out. They are gorgeous. Here you go, guys. Gorgeous. My adorable. Hi, baby. Love you guys. Please take what you need. Take what you need. I'm sorry there's not more. Oh, hello. I miss you guys so much. Thank you for being there when my cat's here. I appreciate it, buddy. Don't get it. Well, they probably hate me for putting lettuce on the ground. They just really cheer me up. So the thinnest one, 3 pounds her whole life, 3.5. 6 pounds when she was pregnant. And, you know, it was probably too hard to say that she was the thinnest, and she was undernourished because she's lactating. Cats don't lactate unless they're healthy, you know, and she's very fast. So I think when that became more than apparent, like they had trouble catching her kittens, or they saw how well fed her kittens were, I think that what happened next was, you know, they started looking to Bella and BooBoo, which are the next thinnest. And they both had bad teeth. BooBoo was a senior and not a candidate for surgery. Bella was actually had her dental work that year in, I think it was either February or March, because March is like dental month, and they give you like a 10% discount. But they did away with that, so I'm not sure. I can't see any. Oh, just splashed in my face. So I think once Madeline was like obviously too healthy and fast to catch, probably wrecked the house trying to get her, and they started turning to Bella and BooBoo. Bella and BooBoo had both a similar condition with their claws. They had claws that curled. People had trimmed them, you know, kind of short, I guess, in the past. Well, Bella mainly. And she growls. She growls very aggressively. So I don't know exactly how it transpired. My lawyer would only show me part of the video, and then he stopped it when, basically it's BooBoo on a bed surrounded by like 4 officers or 3, like someone's holding the camera. There's a gigantic officer standing over her. And, I know when BooBoo sits on the mattress, her claws get stuck, and you have to like lift the claw up and out before you can lift her properly. And I know if they tried to lift her, at her age, she's got osteoporosis. She was maybe, the previous owner had her 10 years. And I had her for 3 years. So we're looking at like 13 years old times, 321, 91-year-old cat approximately. So if she was stuck to the mattress and he went to pick her up, I can only imagine, knowing what I do about the cats, I can only piece together. And while I was putting the door back on the scratching post, I noticed that there's just an unusual mark. I'm going to try to get a better picture of it. It's not a mark that would come from the normal, opening and closing of the door. And I measured it from the floor. It's not a mark that would come from the bed hitting it. And I think that they used this piece of the door as a weapon because it's a deep gash in it, and it's just the way the latch is. I was filming it on the other camera last night. I'd like to get a better shot of it today, but the latch is so deep in the latch, the scratch, they would have. The only way I can really see a scratch that deep in that latch getting in that position is if it was, this is the door I showed the other day when it was ripped off the door. The Hudson police ripped the door off their scratching post. I've been repairing it, and this scratch, it could not have come from the mattress being flipped. I don't see how it could come from the mattress being flipped, because the mattress ends up 3 inches lower than where the scratch is. And at that point, this piece of the door is off, so I don't see how the mattress could hit it and hit the latch and scratch it in this position. I will show it later. I think the only way that these 2 gashes could appear on this piece of wood is if it was picked up and used as a weapon. Because, it's just the direction. And I'm sure any forensic person that knows what they're talking about can look at this gash in this wood and see that this is not from flipping a bed, because the bed ends up landing like the gash is here and the bed stops here. So I know the bed didn't hit it. And I just have nightmares. I have visions. I have horrible problems with picturing them beating Bella, beating BooBoo with this thing. And, every time the doorbell rings, every time the phone rings, I don't want to pick it up. I don't want to answer the door. I see blue light somewhere. I get, my heart skips a beat. I hear a siren. I think they're coming for me. It's, it's not pleasant. And I live in a park where there's all kinds of trouble in the condo, so I do have to call them from time to time, and it's very stressful where I am. It took me a long time to build up that relationship with that veterinarian down in Rhode Island, and I felt comfortable with her after the problems I had with Manchester, the problems I've had, in Andover and my local area. It was the best thing for me, and God only knows why Hudson has chosen to screw this up, but I do think it's one of the special favor, their own friends on the board of directors of the pet charity, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, killing a cat that just had a dental, she just had blood work, so I know she's healthy. BooBoo probably looked thin and old, but still, she's got a few years of life left on her. I don't understand. And Madeline, I know they just wanted her kitten. The one they would have put down 6 years ago for being too small, they now want to claim they discovered the cryptodon or something at UNH. I can only imagine whose Siamese cat breeding business. And I'm already starting to see YouTube videos with kittens the same color. So, I mean, I don't understand why the SBA goes out of its way to not counsel me and then give all the breaks All a pet charity has to do is falsely accuse someone they have wrongfully marketed these animals to. Then they should be charged because, most of my animals are adopted by these agencies, and now that's where they're going back to. So they're going to recruit another sucker like me to, come back and have arrested, shake down, and then take their cats in a few years. I mean, talk about double renting the room, They are like the cheapest I've ever seen. I can't really call that a charity. I just see that as very much so as a railroad of low-income individuals, good-hearted individuals who are in mourning for their family pets, and they take advantage. They took advantage, and they're taking advantage of my cats now. I mean, now all of a sudden there's all these kitten videos that just so happen to be the same color. And I can't even post family photos. That is not a business. That is not a commercial venture. I'm an individual. And it's really tough. It's really tough to battle with that, knowing, Thank you, seagulls. Thank you, seagulls, for helping me to forget my deplorables. Thank you, seagulls. I wish you were cats at home. Well, that's what I do now. Testify for something that the lawyer doesn't even care about. So I'm going to go to the court tomorrow. I'm going to try to dump the attorney because, frankly, the way he's represented this and not told me, he hasn't called me back. I called him the other day. You want to call him here? Hey, let's do a little experiment. This will be fun. Here we go. Here's the attorney ID. Why should you miss out on all the good stuff? Okay. Here we go. And this will be funny. Yes, hi. May I speak with Attorney Mark Guthrow? My name is Kara Walsh. Hi, buddy. Might get his voicemail. Hi, buddies. Good to see you. Thank you for visiting me.
Carrie's not available. Do you want to leave a voicemail for him?
Sure.
Sure, let me transfer you.
Hi, you've reached Mark Guthrow at the New Hampshire Public Defender. I am unable to take your call at the moment. Please leave a message and I will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
When you have finished recording, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi there, Attorney Guthrow. This is Kara Walsh. I am still waiting to hear back from you. I was under the understanding that we had a trial with a jury on March 10th, and I've heard that jury trials are now suspended. I'd like to know what this means for my cats and why they have decided to expedite the later case from 2 months ago, and still hold up the jury trials from 2 years ago. It seems to me that the Hudson police could, very easily not be taking action on the neighbors to trump up a better charge, to get out of the brutality they showed towards BooBoo and Bella already. I would like to have my trial for my cats, and I'm concerned that I'm not hearing about my cats and the jury trial I was expecting on March 10th of this year. I'm still trying to get in touch with you to figure out what's going on with that. And I'm also concerned that the April 5th thing seems to be expedited fairly quickly. I'd like to know why I had to wait 2 years of COVID due process, and this seems to be, streamlined without a problem. It seems to me that they're just, waiting and, I don't know, waiting for something else, for the COVID fatigue to, drive the neighbors crazy. And it's not like the condo board has been much help to me. I'm really questioning whether I should get another attorney for this matter, because, for the cats to still be in limbo 2 years later, I'm just not satisfied with the attorney work. And I don't know if it's the attorney work or the courts or what, but please give me a call back.